Welcome to Our Sweet Home Life. It's MoeJoe and Glenda today.
If you have an RV and are looking for some campgrounds in Alabama, Tannehill State Park is one of our favorite ones, especially to come in the fall. This is about mid-November, and usually the trees have a lot of fall foliage at this time. But the summer was so dry, they don't have as much color as normal. They're just falling off the trees. They're bare, a lot of them, and some of them still green. But I invite you to check out Tannehill State Park. They do not take reservations at this time. It's first come, first served. What I usually do is call the day before we plan to come and ask them if they have any vacancies. And most of the time, especially if it's during the week, they say, yeah, we have a few, but if not, they'll let you know. Now through August through October, it's hard to find a place to camp because they have a big Halloween festival and people start coming in about mid-August and stay through the end of October. So that's kind of a busy time for them. But the rest of the year, you can usually find a place. But I would call them and ask before I made the trip. But MoeJoe and Glenda are going to take us a bike ride around the park with our electric bikes. So we're going to go for a ride, y'all.
Cane Creek School, 1923. It was the successor to the first school built in Jefferson County, Alabama, that is. That's right there where Birmingham is. In 1815, this building of 1923 origins served the residents of the Beltona area until 1960. Purchased in 1963 by the Cane Creek Community Club, it was subsequently donated to Tannehill Ironworks Historical State Park for restoration in 1979. It was originally located about 3 miles west of Warrior, and I remember when they brought it over here.
That's right. So here's the old schoolhouse.
They reworked it, but it looks really good.
It does look good.
About like 4 classrooms in there, I think. We've been in it before.
It's been a while though. And then over here is a post office. Let's go check out the post office.
The post office, there it is, isn't it?
And there's another little cabin back there in the woods. We'll try to check it out too. I don't know if it's rented or not. We'll have to see.
Like they say, they have moved every building out here in this area, into this area.
And these cabins they rent out, so if you're interested, you can probably go online and find out the information.
The cabins are across the street. You can see them over there.
I don't know, that might be another school. It's got some kind of bell tower on it or something. We'll go check it out in a little bit. Here's a post office, Woodward Post Office. This was built by Woodward Iron Company in 1915, donated for restoration by the Meade Corporation in 1978, and this is actually a rental cabin now. They rent most of these cabins. And then there's another cabin over here. They have a picnic table, and they have a place where you can build a fire.
Now that's cool.
It is. And they even have a grill. Can you see in it, MoeJoe? Maybe we'll see if we can peek in the window.
A little bit more modern inside than the others I've seen.
Okay.
You can see through there.
It's got a table and chairs, a refrigerator, a sink, a stove, it looks like.
I don't think you can see into this one.
Okay, we'll walk over here. This one has a little bridge. Okay, we're going across the little bridge here.
Dry Creek. This is Dry Creek. Look at that. Look at that. Nice, quaint. And privacy.
Yeah, this one is private. It's got a little bell up there in the bell tower. This was
the Fowler House, built near West Blockton in 1860. by Winston Stewart, a local contractor. Mr. and Miss Fowler occupied the house from 1928 until their death. It doesn't say when they passed, but it was restored as a county school to be a part of the Learning Center in 1978. Donated by the heirs of and the memory of Isaac M. and Sally Fowler.
So I guess that's the reason it has the bell tower, because it was converted to a schoolhouse.
Now that's cool, isn't it?
It is.
Some of these things have been rebuilt, even the chinking and the logs have been relaid, but they do some wonderful work here.
Yeah. And this one's got a ramp, so this is handicap accessible.
I love that.
Yeah. So if you was wondering if they had any that's handicap accessible, it looks like this one here is.
Look at these little sawbuck windows here.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Check out that work, guys. That is some real work.
And this one here, there's your chimney. How would you like to cook all your meals on an open fire in there?
And some of these have working chimney fireplaces.
They do.
Not sure whether this one does or not.
And I guess there's your heating and air unit if you're renting it. Of course, back in the day, they didn't have that. Mm-hmm.
Back and board side.
Yep.
I like how all the windows have got a sash there that shutters pulled in and
Yeah.
out.
So we'll continue on our little ride on our bikes. And here's the sign that says 1850 Original Charcoal Supply Road. There's the road bed right there that went up there to the furnaces. The old road bed. Here is another one. This one has a big front porch. Look at old MoeJoe standing up there.
Come on in, the weather's fine.
Big front porch, log cabin, dog trot style. This is a rental cabin. Got a nice swing over there from MoeJoe.
Nice.
Nice settee.
I can sit away and while away the hours.
And let's say we'll peek in this window. I see a stove and a love seat or a sofa and a chair. A couple of chairs. And there would be your view from the front porch. This one's kind of private too. There's the schoolhouse we just visited across the street.
This one's got at least 4 large rooms.
Yeah.
Don't know how many sleep, but it'd be a pretty good family.
Yeah. And look, it has some steps you can go up to. It's got maybe a sleeping loft. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably too dark. But there's a stairway.
Probably a kitchen on the back side.
And there's your fire pit and your picnic table.
Oh, this is a dining area.
Got a dining area. Mm-hmm. And has a light out here by the picnic table. So you can see at night.
The what?
That light.
Oh yeah, a night light, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And of course it looks like it has heating and air too.
Another large cabin.
Yep. So this looks like it would be nice for a large family. You just have to check it out. Okay, this is the Collins house, built in 1834 near Vernon, Alabama, by the Collins family. And the logs were cut from the timber on the family farm.
This is another dog trot thing.
Mm-hmm.
They had a little thing in here, a display. It showed you how they used to make paper. And I don't know if they still have it or not. I remember when they put these in.
But they have they put on some new window shutters, looks like.
That's the paper making, and they do have some printing shops in here. The old print
Shop.
facility in there.
Okay.
Some of these they open up and show you during their busy days, and others sometimes they're closed.
And there's another one called a barn, or that's like a barn
That's
over
a
there.
barn over there, old farm area.
Yeah, old farm area. So if you're ever in the area of Tannehill near Bessemer, Alabama, you may want to stop in and check it out. It's really a very interesting state park. Look at that. You see how the timber was hewed, I guess, by
Oh
hand.
yeah, hand hewn.
Uh-huh.
See it, dovetails.
You have this large porch with a picnic table. Mm-hmm. This building here has always been known as the Peanut Hut. And this middle section, that was the first building here at Tannehill, the first structure. That middle section, right there. And from there they kept adding on. But look at the old signs. Pretty cool. And there's my pink and gray Chevrolet over there. And old MoeJoe. And look at this beautiful creek over here. Isn't that pretty? Have a lot of memories here. These cabins here are crafts cabins, and a lot of times they'll have a different craftsmen that come, artists, people that do pottery, spinning, just a lot of different crafts in these cabins. They have a couple of those decorated up for Christmas. That one on the end there, I believe that's a rental cabin, but the others here have arts and crafts in them. And then you go up the stairs to go to the furnace, where the Confederates made their cannonballs during the Civil War. Thank you for watching MoeJoe and Glenda at Our Sweet Home Life. We appreciate you joining us, and we appreciate you subscribing and watching our videos all the way through. Please share with your family, and we'll see you next time on our next adventure.